Hello. My name's Kendrick, founder and CEO of MarketPrompt Marketing Services. And today I'm going to be showing you the optimal page for home servicing where you're just going to be informing prospects about you. So if you did any type of social media ads or paid media, you know you can't just get them to click the ad and sign up from the ad. No, you have to have a dedicated place for them to go to so that they can book. So in this case, it would be a landing page. And that's basically what we're talking about, the optimal landing page for home servicing businesses, service-based businesses. So what are we going over today? Understanding platforms to use, which platforms to be using to build the site in the first place. We're going to go over some structural elements. We're going to go over the heading and some brief copywriting. We're going to go over extra elements, also known as like reputation management. That's one thing. And we're just going to look at like a little example page that's not really put together, but more so you can kind of get the gist of what it should look like. So platforms to use is going to be your framework and your software. This is like, depending on which one you use, you might get a certain site or certain elements. So whatever works for you. Again, there's multiple sites that you can make websites on, right? There's multiple websites that will work with you to make a website. Isn't that amazing? So first, we're going to go over some platforms. The best in our case would be Go High Level, right? Has a built-in CRM within the websites. It has all your stuff within that website. All you have to do is drag and drop the element. Go High Level is mainly built for service-based businesses because it has a built-in CRM. And then there's Wix, Squarespace, and GoDaddy. I feel like those, if you're building one for yourself and you like more to like design it specifically how you want it, like you have a very odd, very keen look, and you can like do all the code and all that stuff on those apps. Some things that you should avoid is coded websites. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these are all different scripting formats that you can code in some software to get a website up. You have to connect the servers. That's everything manual. We do not have time for that. Basically, the apps above allow you to move elements and the code automatically does it for you, right? It's like playing a video game almost, right? It's like playing a Lego game. You press a button and it builds it for you. And then obviously Shopify would be red too because Shopify is mainly for product-based businesses. Doesn't support as many elements as I would say service-based businesses need on their landing page. So I would recommend these and to avoid these. So again, these are the bricks for the building. This is going to be your CRM, your platform usability, whatever fits for you. Taking hold of your statistics and your structure of your website. So make sure you choose one. In our case, Go High Level is what we work with and partner with to build our clients' websites, mainly because its platform is built around service based. This is more product and service. So we got only service, product and service, and then these are just some stuff that you need to avoid. So structural elements, what makes a landing page and how it comes together. So what not to do. Please do not make your website like this. This is a product-based website. Why? Because there's a lot to click. There's a lot to explore. It's a lot of opportunity for clients to want to buy multiple things. They're getting distracted, right? It's good if you have a product-based business because they're searching around. They're finding all this stuff. They're basically window shopping, but you're a service-based business. You offer like 1 to 10 things or 1 to 5 things around one thing. So it's not much to shop around. It's like, what do you need? How can I fix it for you? And how can you pay me? You're a service-based business, not a product-based business. Now, some service-based business does this. This is this is like if you took those crazy ads and threw it on a website. Yeah, and then on top of that, this is like way too outdated. This is how they built websites like 20 years ago. We're not doing this. On top of this is like more like a coded website. Still, you do have your CRM here where you collect information, but then again, there's no headline, there's no proper copywriting. I mean, it's terrible. And then this is just is blankly a flyer. Do not make your landing page a flyer. Do not do any of these elements. Probably going to mess up the page. Followable elements. See, most of the time, you click your landing page, you have your headline, some subtext under it, and then a booking, right? Or you have your form there. And then you have cases where people are supporting you or proof of your work. Maybe this is like your Google Business Profile reviews, right? Same with this one. You got your headline, maybe some text in a smaller, or maybe the claim here, right? Your claim, what you could do. and a button to start, right? The claim, a button to start. Even with this being a a product page, a product page works the same way like a service, right? You can make your claim about what the product could do, how it works, things in it. You know what I'm saying? Same way with the service, right? Um, you make a claim on your services, how good you work, your reviews, what you prioritize, right? Make yourself stand out different, just like a product. So we got this one, even if it's HelloFresh, right? Still service-based business. What are they helping you do? What, take stress out of meal? Okay, and then bam, they got a claim under that, a little supportive claim, and then they got a little button, right? Gets them interested. So you want to focus on simplicity, right? Can't do all this extra stuff. You want to focus on quality, right? It's a format, right? You know what you could do, so you make the big text. What are you changing, right? How your company is doing fixing houses, right? So then you'll say some proper copywriting like your path to a greater lawn, or how the brand, right, is cleaning homes all around X, Y, and Z, right? You just make a claim because they know if they clicked your ad, you inform them, right? We're going to make a video about copywriting so that you can understand this. But when you do proper copywriting and you got a proper ad made to that proper person using meta ads properly, right? We made videos on that. You will be able to get them to click, right? So now they know, hey, this ad is relevant to me. They clicked. So now you're going to put all your information on the page. And so in this case, you're going to, make a claim. You got your subtext, and then you got a form. And then the rest of the page is basically supporting details on why whatever your claim is, right? You're the number one power washer, or why you care more than competition, right? So you want to focus on their navigation through your site, right? That's their claim. That's their text. Maybe it's like something they get, and then it's a form, and then you're explaining why, right? Why HelloFresh? Why you should use this product? How it works? And then down here we got more cases. And so now we're going to talk about heading, right? So the first thing that you see when you open up a modern landing page is one big block of text where they're making their claim. So, and we're going to go over a brief copywriting, just some brief copywriting today. And this is the attention grabber, and this is basically setting up your prospects to view the rest of the page to see if this is something that they feel like they should book on. So these are some bad examples of a heading, right? This one has a very odd design. We have buttons at the top. We should not have buttons at the top. The only buttons at the top should be able to like move them to an element, right? If you have a sign up at the top, they could click the sign up and it'll scroll them, auto scroll them to the sign up. That's the only time you should have buttons, is to basically move on that one page. A landing page is usually one page unless you have like a separate page for Google business reviews. Other than that, you don't really have to worry about it. We got 3 buttons here. Why do we have 3 buttons under your claim or whatever? Right? We shouldn't even be welcoming them to your business. They already know your business. They want to see what they could get out of it. They don't care about how long you've been in business. They don't care about whatever you claim. They want to see if what you're doing is solving their problem, and is it efficient, and is it normalized. And normalized, we'll get to that later. But here we have another one. We have the claim, but then we have a price. Do not just throw your price. Cut lawns for $60. No, you have to get them the book, right? The bait. Remember the bait earlier on the ads? The bait might be free quotes, right? You want to get them the book a free quote. And in that case, you could get them through the door, talk to them professionally, and then bam, you're their number one choice. Here's some good examples, right? That's their claim, right? Sell products online with Shopify. That's what they do? Okay, cool. And then they make another claim, trusted by millions of businesses, right? Boom. Sign up, book a call, whatever. Here's another landing page. You could lend a hand, right? That's their first claim, right? Gets them interested. That's their hook. And then under it, some supportive text. They build softwares for more CRMs or customer relations, right? So here, right? Your journey to coffee starts here. That's their claim. That gets them hooked in. And then boom, you got some supporting text under, and then you got the starting. And then everything under is like you're supportive, like maybe a gallery of your work or jobs that you could do, or a Q&A just to show them that you know what you're doing. Then you plug in your reputation management, right? Just fill out the landing page, and we're going to look at an example of what that might look like. You want to make them feel targeted and included, right? You make the claim, some supportive text, and then you got the form. And most people, some, what, 10% of every person that's probably going to book with you will just click and just book a call. But most people will probably want to find out more information because we're curious by nature. We want to get the best by nature. Even though it's practically impossible to optimize your life to be the best, people still make choices and make irrational decisions and feel all complicated. You have to make it simple. You have to give them support. You have to show them that you know what you're doing. And then people book, right? So you make your claim, you make some subtext, you get them started, you put your form there, and then the rest of the page should be all of those structural elements that we list earlier. So again, you want to make them feel targeted, right? That's your starting claim. That's your little hook, and then you got some supportive text, right? So it's going to make them feel the need to book, right? If they get on the page and it says your journey to a better lawn starts here, then it's like, like I need a better lawn, right? Maybe I should go book with him. And so we're going to talk about extra elements, like reputation management. This is like your proof of service and most likely your guarantee, right? Maybe you show them that we did jobs with her, or we did jobs with another person, testimonies or case studies in this case. And basically, whether you upload your Google business profile reviews, or you just have some inner clients within your business that wrote you up reviews and stuff, or has their own stories to tell, boom, it's up there. And so stuff like this, right? Here we have certain elements that you could add onto your page, right? Google Business Profile Optimization. This is like a tab inside of Go High Level where you can add stuff like this. And people could click the button and write a review instantly. Or you could get them to go to separate pages and leave a review on your page. And you can optimize that as well. That's another thing you can optimize, right? That's something that you have to set up. And once you have these reviews on your page, people are going to be like, there's real people buying from this company. So at that point, they're going to feel normalized, right? They're going to make them feel safe amongst others, right? They're going to feel like they're buying into a service that is normalized. They're going to feel like there's multiple people buying from this person. They have a good claim. They feel when you have that header text, that bait text is what I call it, and then you have the subtext, the supportive text under it, and then you have that booking, right? They felt the relevancy, right? I do need a better lawn, right? Your path to a better lawn, right? You're copywriting, right? You're talking to them. So your path to a better lawn and how the company has served 6 million lawns, right? Just throw a fact in there, or throw something that you have, or throw a way that you can help them right under that bait headline. So we'll have your path to a better lawn, and then right under that, how your business has served over 500 houses in Raleigh or something, right? I live in North Carolina, so we're just using that example. But that's basically what it is. And so they go down the rest of the page. They see your work. Your work is doing good. They see the reviews. Other people are buying it. They will feel normalized. They will feel like this purchase isn't a burden on them. They will feel optimized, because if a lot of people are doing it, we naturally fall in as people. I had a concept class in high school, and a lot of the stories was about studies. Well, all of the studies were about how humans can make decisions based off of the majority decision. So just because they didn't want to seem like an outcast, right? So if they're on your page and they're seeing that all these other people are buying from you and you're helping all these homes, the mental decision of, is this right or wrong, it basically goes straight out the window. Like, reputation management is insane, and it pushes you up to the top of Google on top of that. So just make sure you have that within your website. I feel like that's the most important element, because the rest of the stuff that you put on the landing page is normal stuff. Maybe a gallery, where you're located, simple knowledge about your business, and maybe stuff that you provide. But you have to add that reputation management or some type of case study so that people can understand this person knows what they're doing and they're going to feel included. And so we're going to look at an example page, and this is like what your optimized page might look like. So we got all these buttons up here. We got all this text here. We don't even know the claim text. It's just all over the place. But here you'll have your main text, right? Your bait text, and then you have your subtext, and then you have a booking, and then the rest of it should just be about your business, right? In the middle, and then you got a little bit of stuff at the bottom. So look, again, here would be, this is like a template page that we have that we've been launching with a bunch of our clients here. And so this would be, you could put your brand name, or you could put your bait text here, because you have your logo in the corner somewhere. And then you have some more text, right? See, look, now they're seeing, oh, they're talking about how good they can fix our landscapes. And then boom, claim your free inspection. And then they got the page right there. And so let's say, they're like, I want to see what they serve, right? They got all this stuff backing up basically what you do. And it's nothing too crazy. It doesn't have to be too much, right? So boom, who are you? You might have like a picture of your team here, some of the stuff you do, service areas, just a little bit more about you, your reviews here, some more stuff you do, some more reasons why to choose you, request a quote, we got more buttons, maybe some more galleries, and we got the facts and questions. Just anything basically that you could put on this page to prove that you're a real business and you know what you're doing, but don't overdo it. That's mostly it. And the buttons at the top, they just click you straight to the element. So let's say somebody comes straight to your page, they want to leave a review, they could click that and it goes straight to another page. And this is automated too. This is a whole different video that I could get into. But Go High Level is pretty good because you can make elements just like this and put it together. The only issue you got to do is change the colors, change the text, and get the page up. So that's really landing pages. It sparks, it informs, and it guides. So you're able to maximize conversions with your company or you as the focal point, right? We want them to come in. We want them to see what you could do, right? You're talking to them like you're talking to an investor, and you're telling them everything about your business so that they could get interested and start drooling. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. And so in this case, they come in, you throw them that headline, that bait text, how we're able to transform your garden and others' gardens all across Raleigh, right? And under that, say something, we serve 600 different gardens and have X loyal clients, right? So now they feel, this is pretty good business. They scroll down, they see the booking. Okay, before I book, let me be more interested. They see all these people buying from you. No brainer, right? You hook up your Google Business Profile, they see all your reviews. No brainer. And so the more clients that you get in through the door, the more reviews you get, because you could just send them back to your website. And the more reviews, the more people that's just going to feel normal to buy. And so that's the amazing thing with the landing pages, is that once they click that ad and they go into your landing page, they get stuck like a bug. And if you make it right, it's so sticky, they can't escape. And you snatch them up just like a spider, and you give them a better house, and everything's nice and dandy, and they're a client forever, and they keep coming back because it feels normalized to be in your business based off the landing page. Like, the landing page is the first look, like actual take-in that prospect does to who is this business and how can they help me. It's like the first time shaking your hand, or the first impression of who you are as a company. And it's very important, because the landing page is the only thing that can get them to convert. And that's why I love them so much, and I really don't mess with forums, is because it's if you optimize it right, it can get very sticky and you could get a lot more prospects. So what did we go over? Went over some platforms that you could use to build these landing pages. We went over some brief structuring. So the heading, the heading, headline, text, the bait text, whatever you want to call it. We went over a little bit of brief copywriting, some building elements, and reputation management. We went over some structure and element breakdown with the template landing page that we currently put out on large masses within MarketPrompt. And basically, we're just here to make sure that your landing pages are looking amazing. We are MarketPrompt, a remote marketing agency. My name is Kendrick, founder and CEO. And if you want this done for you, the whole thing from start to finish, ads being made, landing page being made, and conversions being made, and more money in your pocket, you can go to our website in the description and sign up and we'll do our best to cater to whatever you need, marketing wise, of course. So thank you very much for your time today. Again, my name's Kendrick, and we are MarketPrompt, a remote marketing agency. You have a good one and take it easy.